Hey everyone, Toxic Roach here to show you guys real working Minecraft cannons. Now, I know there are a lot of videos around YouTube. I had no idea when I was shown these. I had no idea they were popular. I've seen so many different designs for them too. But honestly, I've taken a look around and I'm 100% certain my design is the most effective. My designs, I should say, are the most effective and most compact versions of Minecraft TNT launchers. Now, what these do is exactly what the description says. This item here actually launches a block of TNT a certain distance to explode. And I'll kind of show you how it is now. It's just a very basic version. This is the version that was actually shown to me by my friend Torch Red, who who's appeared in a few of my videos and will appear in some more. But he came by and he showed me this, and it gets a good distance out of it, but you got to reload it each time, and kind of show you guys how to build it here. But the benefit of this right here is well, let me go over a little bit how this works. Basically, there's a water block that sits under here. Now, this is absolutely crucial. For the Minecraft veterans, will understand that water neutralizes the TNT's blast. So if a TNT block sits in water, it doesn't do damage to any surrounding effects. So what you do is you leave that water block there, and you place these here. This is your charge, because while it won't do damage to anything underneath, it still has a certain amount of launching or throwing capabilities, and that's what this is. This is the projectile. The repeaters up here make it so the projectile is activated after the charge, and depending on how long the charge or the projectile is activated after the charge, depends on how far the block will go. So, for example, if we were to delay this a little bit, it would take longer to activate and go farther. And of course, you can really rein in any sort of range for a target you're shooting at. But it's crucial that that gets activated afterwards, because if they all go off at the same time, then everything blows up. This cannon was great. I kind of fell in love with it, and I used it on a few other things. Like, I know I built them into a working pirate ship that turned out gorgeous, and I used it for a game that I played with my friends, and it's I'll put a link to that there. I'm sure there's a video up eventually. And but I was playing around with the concept and the idea of throwing TNT, and I was like, I could make this better. It could be better, and that's when I created this. This was my next step up version of it, and this pretty much doubles what you get. You get twice the charge, therefore twice the power, and it launches 4 projectiles at once. Now this I really have to delay, because otherwise it'll blow up almost immediately. You can't really see the range that you get out of these TNT blocks. This one over here fires a good, I think it was something about 20 to 30 blocks at its max. This one over here ended up firing about 150 max blocks. That's meters. 150 meters this thing had a disturbingly large amount of range, so you can just... And you get this... See, like, you can't even render, but you can just see how far it gets out there. And of course, if I were to delay it even more, it would get even further. So, it has quadruple the projectiles, more the range, way more power, way more damage. It was a very effective cannon that just wrecked stuff. But then I was like, you know what? It can be better. I'm having to sit here reload this thing 1,000 times. It's getting kind of annoying. So I'm gonna go make one that doesn't need to be reloaded every single time. And with some effort, I came back with this beauty. This beautiful machine took me so long to figure out and make. And it uses a design of moving blocks, multiple areas. This is all in vanilla Minecraft too, no mods whatsoever. That's the way I play. And what this does is, I can just show you very simply. Fire. Blocks get launched, go a good distance, and the whole thing resets. Pistons push the TNT up for the charge. Charge gets replaced there. And then these pistons push these in, so it can go again. Same thing as up here. Piston blocks push the TNT forward, and the gravel falls in to refill it, so it can be pushed again. And it's all based on a timing circuit. It's a cow doing? So, fire and reload. And you can do this up to, I think it's like 5 times before you have to go, and you have to go and you have to reset all the gravel, and you have to reset all the TNT as well. But it's still max of 5 shots of 4 rounds each and a shotgun burst. It was pretty effective. I ended up putting it on a massive battleship. I linked 4 of these together on a huge battleship, which I can post a description of that as well, or link to that. And that was a lot of fun. It came out beautifully. And I was very proud of this. I thought this was the pinnacle of the cannon's design, and but I was wrong. Very, very wrong. What happened was, Minecraft came out with the 1.5.1 update. And for those who know what that is, it's the Redstone update, where they added just so much more things to Minecraft. And but one of the things they did is they changed one of the dispenser's behaviors, and that is that if you put TNT blocks in a dispenser, when it dispenses it dispenses not as an item block, but an activated TNT block. So this really changed everything. And because what that meant was that all of this, everything here, got compacted to this. This is the exact same thing as that gigantic thing over there. And I can fire it not 5, not 6, not 10 times, but up to 64 times 9. I don't want to do that in my head, but it's a lot. I can fire it as long as these dispensers are full. And it works exactly the same. Places the charge, places the blocks, and fires off. Now, I kind of built this one here too. This was that individual one. Also works the same. I forgot to. I like using a button. Very similar. As long as like I said, as long as all the water doesn't get blocked off, the TNT gets pushed into the water and all pushed forward towards the projectile, The reason I use stairs here also, you can kind of... The thing I have to mention, if you build one of these, notice how the redstone doesn't connect all the way to the end, and that's because even activating this one will also activate that one, but if you connect it all the way, this one gets powered when these do, and that blows everything up. So that's my only stipulation. Raise these up a little bit. Use the little half slab trick here to get it to go up and down. But these are hyper condensed, infinitely reloadable. I mean, you can just shoot these things all day and just carve through mountains and enemies and people and apparently sheep right now. I'm gonna kill these sheep. Let's see if I can. Fire! Nope, too far. Ugh, I hate you, sheep. This is gonna be... And there I go. Way up into the air. But these are some effective cannons. You can build any ones you want. Like I said, as long as the water block is there. The water block is crucial. And the other thing I like to mention, because while I was figuring this out, if you're playing around with TNT, and this is always back up your file, no matter what, because I cannot tell you how many times this whole thing blew up in my face and hadn't backed it up, and had to rebuild the whole thing. Like for example, if I push this button too fast before it has a time to reload, the whole thing detonates. Whole thing. And like I said, that's all irrelevant now because I compressed it into this thing. Fuck. But it's still just, I love looking at it, even though it's obsolete and just a massive thing. It's also dangerous too, because that TNT's all sitting there, and if you're having these battleship wars, one rogue explosive can set off the whole thing. Where the dispensers, you don't have to worry about that as much. And, or at all, I should say. There's no exposed TNT until you push the button. And when these break, they just drop the item blocks. So, these are safer, more effective, more condensed, and this is what I'd suggest. The other benefit of these is you can actually, if I can show you real quick, if I push the button twice, I don't know if you saw that, but since I pushed the button twice, double the charge and double the projectile came out, and they were sitting in the same spot. So 8 blocks instead of 4 went that way, and I don't even want to count how much the charge was, but I guaranteed it doubled that distance, that already insane distance. I mean, I'm hitting stuff that's beyond the render distance. Like, it doesn't even process until I go over there. And that's incredible. And you can use this to snipe people from wherever you want. But these are some Minecraft cannons. So, as always, I'm Toxic Roach, and I hope you found this informative and enjoyable, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll post some videos to, like I said, other goofy stuff I've made with these, maybe battleship battles, and etc., etc. Don't forget to like and share. And with that, I'm gonna fire one more time and just watch this beauty of machinery happen. Alright, I'll let you guys go. I'm Toxic Roach. Happy crafting. Remember, back up your files.